Hello everyone, this is Kongaga, and welcome to my Trip Around Europe Challenge retrospective. I've been dedicating the past 1.5 years or so to systematically deliver cargo to every city that is available in ETS 2, minus the Greek DLC, as that got released after I started this challenge already. And in this video, I'll try to dive in deeper as to what exactly that means, some data points, some interesting things. But if you only want to see the funny haha clips, then I'll recommend to click on this video right here, as it contains all the funniest clips as well as some other POVs and incidents that have happened during this challenge. In this video, I'll try my best to not bore you out of your minds with just data. Bear in mind that this is my first big video that I'm trying to edit a lot, and since it's all just me, it might look a bit clunky, but I hope you all still enjoy to the people that watch this. And with that in mind, here's something special that I've organized during the trip as well to commemorate all of this, and let's just roll the video.
Sun just started rising, we have set our goal. Fuel fed and rested, now it's time to roll. Trailers hooked, mirrors checked, seatbelt is on. Volume dials up to max and blasting this song. From small roads to highways, we use all available lanes, cause we shall present our performance. Fuck traffic and French toll gates, a grueling journey's what us awaits. We shall make this convoy enhance, no matter if Daffrey or the Volvo. Yeah, slow it down to no-go through Europe, we shall cruise. On the road all night and day, high quality driving is on display. Delivering dreams in those unicorn shoes. Says high noon, stomach is growling, we got to stop soon. A quick rest and then we hit the road to slay. Oh shit, there comes a Mustang and then my truck just flies away. From small roads to highways, we use all available lanes, cause we shall present our performance. Fuck traffic and French toll gates, a grueling journey's what us awaits. We shall make this convoy enhance, no matter if Daffrey or Volvo. Yeah, slow it down's a no-go through Europe, we shall cruise. On the road all night and day, high quality driving is on display. Delivering dreams in those unicorn shoes. The sky turns red and the temps start to calm. Elbow on the window and gear sticking calm. The moon is climbing but we're still not done. We're singing, laughing, driving, all part of convoy fun. From small roads to highways, we're enjoying the drive. Screw the traffic and toll gates, the journey is live. Europe is what we explore, it doesn't matter what truck you use. The pedal goes straight to the floor, delivering dreams in those unicorn shoes. My velvet of night, only cut open by a couple beams of light. The engines hum gently like a soothing choir, but still we drive. We're nocturnal like vampires. From small roads to highways, we conquered all available lanes, and we have presented performance. No traffic or toll gate could stop our feet. After a long day, the journey's complete. This convoy was truly enhanced. No matter if Daffernote or Volvo, we never went slow all through Europe. We did cruise on the road all night and day. High quality driving was on display, delivering dreams in those unicorn shells. My unicorn shell. The drive is over and all that remains are memories of discovering Europe's gray veins. We created lots of chaos and met new friends. Unfortunate that the drive here ends. Shutting trucks off and the world is still. Time to go home, lay back and chill. We've seen lots of bullshit and spectacular views. Till next time on the road in my unicorn shell.
What a fun piece of media to create. As a side note, the song originally was supposed to be only AI, and the melody still is, but Rezasa re-recorded various instruments, basically the entire song except for a couple of synths, and in my opinion was able to breathe some life and soul into the song, and I hope you guys can agree that it sounds really well. At least to me, it sounds really well. And the voice still is from the AI, but it would have killed my budget if I would have also hired a professional singer or just a singer. But nonetheless, shout out again to Rezasa for his services. I'll leave his Fiverr link in the description if you need any rock or metal song. I would say he is definitely a solid option that you can consider if you have anything that goes in that direction. Now back to the topic of the challenge. To make a long story short, originally I had a completely different idea, which wasn't possible with nobody interested in it. So I went to search for participants on Reddit, and then this fine legend here commented something inspiring, as you can see right here. And after that, my fate was sealed. But what does alphabetical order mean? Let's take a little deeper look at what exactly that meant for me and for the challenge in the end. On screen, you can see now a map of Europe, the one that we drove on, and the first couple of drives that we did. So as you can see, we started at A and slowly moved down the road, meaning the first drive was A Coruña to Aalborg, then Aalborg to Aberdeen, and so on and so forth. I used the city name list from Fandom, so if you'd want to do this, you might have different routes than me. For example, I used Köln and Wien instead of Cologne or Vienna. For a full list of the cities and in what order that I drove them, I have linked my spreadsheet that I used during this journey in the description. In the end, I ended up with 312 cities that we're gonna visit. This excludes Greece and Nordic Horizons, as both of the DLCs weren't released yet at the start of this challenge. Also, this does not include the added cities in Scandinavia after its rework, and I also ignored the 2 cities that got added with the trailer DLCs. Plus, there's also a scraped city in France called Orleans. I also didn't add that because we couldn't deliver there. All in all, this meant that the total distance was going to be around 550,000 kilometers, which I calculated with Google Maps, which surprisingly was very accurate most of the times. And now onto the truck. I wanted to stick with a single vehicle for the entire duration of this challenge, and so that meant the decision mattered quite a lot, at least I thought at first. I ended up going with the Volvo FH4 Globetrotter XL configuration, and the main reason, well, the XL just because of the looks, but Volvo FH4 because of the 1,400 liter fuel tank that it has as a possibility in the back of it, which makes the longer drives more bearable because there will be less fuel stops. There is a 750 horsepower engine, which meant the fuel consumption wasn't great, so there were more stops than I originally thought there was going to be, but it also meant that locomotives and other heavy stuff was easily pullable, which I also was able to feel as opposed to other truckers that drove with. Switching over to the backbone of this entire ordeal, we have the spreadsheet. As the original total distance was just an estimate, I have updated the value for each and every drive right before we departed, meaning additional changes to routes were included if they have been done before the drive has started. But for the most part, we did follow the best route setting of the game, with, like I mentioned before, a couple outliers. This led to a total distance of 561,316 kilometers. This includes ferry distance and doesn't include fuel stops, trailer attaching, going to repairs, and so on and so forth. Which is why the truck itself, the odometer, has 492,849 kilometers. During this time, I have transported 5,605 tons of cargo, and I've done so in 453 hours. Since always delivering the same cargo would be incredibly boring, in my opinion, I used the wheel of trailers. This meant pre-checking what trailers were possible to use on the upcoming drives, and afterwards picking a random one with this wheel here. Just deselecting which trailers don't work, and then just spin to see which one it will be. This led to dry freight trailer being used for almost a quarter of all drives, or better said, of all distances. We even managed to squeeze in 2 livestock drives, which was in total less than 1% distance-wise of the entire challenge. But I couldn't have done this all by myself. During this challenge, over 100 people have joined in and driven with, which was enjoyable for the most. Some had to be removed, but overall, I would say it was definitely amazing to see this many people join in. And of course, to make it more spicy, I have kept track of who has driven how many kilometers. The full leaderboard can be found once again in this spreadsheet linked in the description. And with that in mind, let's look at the top 10 on this list. As appreciation for the dedication of the toughest of you, I've listed the top 20 here on this wheel, and one lucky winner will get the next map DLC upon release as a giveaway. While the challenge may have finished in 2025, I wanted to record this as close to the release of the video as possible. So here is current date and time, so that you can shame me if this video releases in like March or something. Now let's give this list a real good mix, as it was before just listed in ranking. There we go, and spin. Congratulations, Ollie. I know you can really use this for your pro mods adventures that you're gonna have, so I hope you'll appreciate the next DLC. You better watch this video. I expect you to DM me the word shoes to see that you actually deserve this. Once again, to find the full ranking of every single person that has participated, you can just click on the Google Docs linked in the description. By the way, if you notice that there are 2 results, it's because I did a test spin with different names. Don't think about it too much. You can see the name is not even on the wheel. Okay, bye.